Hello, everyone. This is Life with Nick 918 here with your one and only mock draft. There are going to be a lot of things that you may not agree with, but let me know. So, first off, we are looking at Cam Ward, quarterback Miami. I think everyone has this. He had great stats this year 4,300 passing yards, 43 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Nothing too big here. Now, the second overall. This is where some people may not have Travis Hunter. A lot of people have the Browns trading down. I have them sticking and picking and going with Travis Hunter, wide receiver slash quarterback. I only want to put one. I think he's going to be more of a wide receiver, but almost 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns. Overall, they need so many pieces. They just need to go with best available. And probably the best available in this entire draft class is Travis Hunter. So they stick and pick. Next one. Let's see what happens at third overall. They do stick and pick. The Giants are going to stick and pick. They pick Abdul Carter, probably one of the better edge defenders, rushers coming out. He looks a lot like how Will Anderson did, or a lot like Michael Parsons. They look a lot the same. Will Anderson, a lot of people don't know, stand up. This guy stands up all the time. He could pass the friend. He's great in coverage. He's a great tackler. 24 and a half tackles for loss. There's nothing wrong with sticking and picking here, although a lot of people do see them trading down. I could see them doing that as well. But I think they're going to stick and pick and go with Abdul Carter because they have a lot of needs on this team. And why not stick with somebody who's going to make such a big difference? Next up at number 4, the Patriots do stick and pick as well, so no trades yet. They go with Will Campbell. I know a lot of people are talking about his hands or his arms. They're a little bit short. I don't think it's going to make a difference. I think they stick with him. He's probably the best offensive lineman coming out of here. He's listed as O-line, tackle, guard. He could be anywhere in there. And they do need help on their O-line. They need to protect Drake May. Yes, I get it. They need weapons for wide receiver, but I think they stick and pick here and go O-line. He only allowed 2 sacks for 558 snaps. So he looks good, and I think that's the biggest thing here. Next one, the Jaguars also stick and pick. They go offensive lineman. They need anything that they can to try and help Trevor Lawrence succeed. They got him Brian Thomas Jr. I know they need a running back. I don't think they're going to pick Ashton Jeanty here, but who knows if he's available at 5, they may end up picking him. But I think they're going to go O-line to try and help Trevor Lawrence stay a little bit more upright, especially considering he has Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson coming at him twice a year. And then you have a few other people within the same division coming after him all the time. So I think they go O-line to try and help a little bit more with this. However, Ashton Jeanty, could I see it happening? Yes, I definitely could. But right now I'm going with just Armand Membo. Next up, we have our first trade. Las Vegas trades down. They trade the 6th overall pick for the 9th overall, pick 93, and pick 112, and they get Shedeur Sanders. When I first made this, I've been making it for about 5 days now. Shedeur Sanders was not being talked about going to New Orleans. There was talk about him falling out of the first round. Now he is projected to go to New Orleans at 9. I think they actually trade up because they're afraid of some other teams trading up or possibly the Jets even getting them because I don't think the Jets are sold on their new quarterback. I don't think they're sold on Justin Fields. I think they'd rather have Shedeur possibly sit behind Justin Fields or even start right away. So because of that, I had the Saints leapfrogging a little bit to get him and not giving up too much to do so. And I think this is a perfect fit for him too. Next up, we have Mason Graham to the Jets. They need help. Um, he's going to be a good DL. He runs a 3 and a 4 position, which is kind of nice. So he could put his hand in the dirt. He could put both hands in. Really good against the run, as you see. Not many sacks. He's not really a huge tackle for loss person, but he is big at stopping the run. He is really good at stopping the run. Okay in the pass. He can kind of get some pressures, but not as much. But he is one that everyone agrees. He is probably one of the best, if not the best, D tackle in this one. So I think they stick and pick and give Mason Graham here. Next off, the Panthers. They stick and they go with Jalen Walker, the edge out of Georgia, who Georgia defense, we always know, one of the best. 10.5 tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks. A couple pass defenses as well, so he gets his hands up on the line. Great edge rusher. He likes the 3 technique mostly, but he will go anywhere. He will stand up every once in a while too. So overall, Him and his partner that we're going to see very shortly, his teammate, uh, they're going to be coming off the board and they're going to wreak some havoc on a lot of people. And right now, the Panthers, yes, they need offensive help, but they need help on their defense too. Next up, Vegas trades back. The Raiders trade back, and they still get their guy of Ashton Genty. This dude, we don't even need to talk about him. He's a beast. One of the best college seasons ever put together. 2,600 yards, 30 touchdowns. Him and Travis Hunter are by far the best picks of this entire draft, no matter where they're drafted. They could go 1-2, and they're still the best picks. And Abdul Carter right up there as well. This is such a top-heavy draft class, and then it just falls off. And Ashton Genty is at the upper echelon of that draft class. Dude is just phenomenal. I think he's going to do well in Las Vegas. Next up, we have number 10th overall pick. We have the Bears selecting a tackle, trying to get Caleb Williams to stand upright. He was sacked the most times out of any quarterback. They need help on their offensive line, and they need it badly. He only allowed 7 pressures and 1 sack at a 537 passing for last year. So they just need help. They need help on their offensive line, and I think that's where they're going. A lot of people are saying that they may trade down. If Ashton Genty's there, they're definitely going Ashton Genty. But I don't think he's going to fall to 10. And I don't think they're going to trade up to get him. They may trade down to get a tackle, but I think they're going to stick and pick here, and I'm going with Kelvin Banks. Next one. A lot of people are not going to agree with this, but I think Arizona trades up, and I think they take a wide receiver. I know they just got Marvin Harrison. It's only been 1 year. But I think they need one more weapon. And I think they're going to trade with San Francisco, not give up too much. They're going to give up their 16th and next year's third to move up 5 spots to make sure that they get the best wide receiver in this class. McMillan is just phenomenal. He won Polynesian Player of the Year, 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns. He is a huge route runner. He can stretch the field. They need someone with Trey McBride and with Marvin Harrison Jr., and I think McMillan is going to be that last piece. And then after that, if they could get a healthy running back, their offense is going to be so scary. I just think this is the perfect fit for them, but he's not going to fall to 16, so they trade up a little bit to get him. Next one, Omarion Hampton. He is a perfect Cowboy. This is what they look for. A lot of people are saying, oh, the Cowboys have so many other needs, they're not going to go running back. Think about who their person is. It's Jerry Jones. He wants the flashy player. There's not too many more flashy names out there, possibly a Tyler Warren. But I think they're going to go Omarion Hampton. He had a really great year. He is definitely a solid number 1 running back. He's not better than Ashton Genty, but you put him into the league, he's probably a top 20 running back in his first year. He is that good. He can receive, he can rush, he could go straight up the middle, he could go down tackle, he could stretch to the left, stretch to the right. He just looks phenomenal. So I think they stick and pick here, and I think they go Omarion Hampton. Next one, 13th overall, Dolphins go Will Johnson. They're going to go cornerback. Jalen Ramsey, they're talking about getting rid of him. So I think they're going to draft someone, and then he's going to be gone again. I honestly think he might go back to the Rams. His coverage, 82.2 in coverage. Really, really good PFF grade. Overall, just a solid defender, and I could see him easily going here because they need a lot of corner help. Next up, the Colts may have the best pick in this draft, and the only reason why I say that is Tyler Warren dropped them. A lot of people think he's going to go top 5, top 10 because he's that good of a tight end, which he is. He's a great tight end, but I think he falls. I don't think that many teams are focusing as much on the tight end as they used to, and I think he's going to fall right into their laps, and they need a tight end. Keep in mind, I'm a Houston Texans fan. I hope this doesn't happen, but I can see it happening very easily. Not much to say here. One of the best tight ends that we've had coming out, and I think he falls there. Next up, we are looking at the 15th overall pick, the Falcons. They select Jahdae Barron, DB out of Texas. He is a coverage guy. He gets burned a little bit on the deep ball. Besides that, he is perfect in zone. He's perfect in the nickel. He's very versatile, and he's fairly quick. I think it was a 4.42. So he can do a lot of different things, pass defend, but most importantly, he is a coverage guy. He will be able to cover your number 2 guy pretty well. He'll be even able to cover your number 1 guy as long as it's not a speedster like Xavier Worthy. He will get burnt on long ball. Besides that, he is your prototypical coverage guy. Next up, Mykel Williams, edge out of Georgia. This is, like I said, the other part of that tandem duo. San Fran, they trade back and they get one of the better edge rushers. I know his stats don't look phenomenal, but if you watch his tape, the dude looks vicious. He is somebody that I think won't probably put up double-digit sacks his first or his second year, but give him a little bit and he will be putting up some crazy numbers. Next up, we have the replacement for Trey Hendrickson. Hendrickson doesn't want to be there anymore. He wants out, and they're going to draft Shamar Stewart and get there. I know his stats look the worst out of everyone. Only 6 tackles for loss, 1.5 sacks. Once again, this is a tape person. You look at him because his stats, he hasn't played as much as everyone else. Doesn't have many tackles either, but he is flashy. I am personally not as high on him as many people are, but I've seen him going as high as 10th in many mock drafts. I think he is going to do great in this league, and I think they're going to draft him to get their edge of the future and try and get something out of Hendrickson, maybe a second or third rounder. Next up, Seahawks stick and pick. They're going to go wide receiver. They do need some wide receiver help after getting rid of DK and cutting Tyler Lockett. I know that they got Cooper Kupp in there, but they need someone else. They need someone younger. They're going to get Matthew Golden. He is going to stretch the field. He is a burner. He is quick. As you see, 17 average, only 58 catches. His inner route running isn't as great, but he is very quick and he is going to stretch the field for that new quarterback of theirs. Next up, 19, we have a trade. Giants are kind of upset. They lost out on Shedeur. They were hoping he was going to fall and then they could trade up to him. They end up trading up ahead of some other teams to get Jackson Dart. They traded with Tampa Bay the 19th pick Tampa gives, and New York Giants gives the 34th, the 99th, and the next year third to get Jackson Dart, who they think will be their quarterback of the year. They already got him some help on the defensive side. Now they're going to have their quarterback and then hopefully a couple pieces on the offensive side coming up. As you know, Ole Miss, their old quarterback Eli Manning is Ole Miss. Brian Daboll has a lot of Ole Miss stuff. There are just so many connections. And of the two, Shedeur Sanders and Jackson Dart, they have been scouted the most by the Giants. So I can definitely see this happening. And maybe a little bit later in the draft, but I see them trading up because I think it's going to end up being 4 quarterbacks. Hint, hint, that end up going in the first round. So I think they trade up. Next up, we're looking at Colston Loveland, tight end, Michigan. He is the other tight end here. I don't think he's as good as Warren, but Denver needs a tight end. They need a little bit of help on the offensive side to help Bo Nix, and I think they end up going here. Not much to say there. Next up, we are looking at our first safety off the board, safety out of Georgia. Really good at tackling. A lot of tackles, not many tackles for loss. Decent in coverage, no sacks at all, so he does need help getting to the quarterback. But this is a stealer. If you look at him, you look at his tape, everything about him, he is a stealer through and through, and I think that's where he goes. Next up, we are looking at Jaden Higgins, wide receiver, Iowa State. A lot of people don't have him in the first round. They have him early in the second, mid-second. I think he's going to end up going first round, and I think he's going to go to the Bolts here. I think he's going to the Chargers. 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns. He is a prototypical wide receiver. He is one of those where he looks like a Cooper Kupp. He went to Iowa State, so it's not one of the bigger schools. His yards and everything look phenomenal because of where he went. They're not facing the top schools all the time. But he's one where he's going to get the route running done, and he's definitely better than I think he's going to be better than Brendan Rice, who they just got, and Ladd needs someone beside him. Next up, we have Maxwell Harrison, DB out of Kentucky. Once again, great cover corner. A lot of people are saying they're going to go wide receiver, but we know Green Bay never drafts a wide receiver in the first round. They'll probably get one in the second round. They do need a number 1 wide receiver, but they also need a cornerback because Jair Alexander it looks like is no longer going to be there. So they pick up his replacement with Maxwell Harrison. I think he's going to do very well there. Next up, not a flashy pick at all, but they need an offensive guard badly. Sam Darnold was running for his life toward the end of the season. That's why he looks so bad. They had so many injuries in the offensive line. They need someone there, and Gray Zabel is that. I know a lot of times guards don't get picked up in the first round. A lot of times it's second or third they tend to go for guard, but he is that good. He went to North Dakota State, 7 pressures, only 1 sack allowed. He is really going to fix up their offensive line. In the guard, and good thing is he can play left guard, right guard, and he even can play tackle. He doesn't play tackle often, but a lot of time he's guard, but he can play all 3. He just can't do left. Next up, we are looking at Emeka. So, CJ Stroud gets his wide receiver. He ends up falling. I hope this happens. I don't know if it will. I really do hope this happens. His freshman year, he played with CJ Stroud. He put up 1,100 yards. He actually put up less yards since he left CJ Stroud. So CJ Stroud and him, they were teammates during his rookie year. this would be the perfect pick for them. And if he falls, they're going with him. If he does not fall, if he gets picked up earlier, Houston Texans are going with an offensive tackle. It's going to happen. But if he is there, there's no way they're passing up on him. And here I have him falling. So because of that, they go with Mika. Next up, we have another trade. Rams trade pick 26 for pick 303 and 104. The Browns get a quarterback. They get Tyler Show. This dude has been flying up the boards. Before combine, everything like that, he was seen as a fourth, fifth, sixth round pick. He's projected as a late first, early second round pick out of Louisville. This guy is old too. He's like Bo Nix old. He came in 2019. I want to say he was sitting behind Justin Herbert. That's how long he has been in college. So he is one that has a lot of experience, has seen a lot of football, and I think that's what the Browns are kind of looking for. So I think they trade up and they give him a shot. And we all know the Browns quarterback room is a carousel, so why not give a guy who's seen a lot of football a chance? And that's what I think they do here. Number 27, Josh Simmons. If you notice, he was injured last year. This is the only reason why he fell this far. If not, he would probably be the first or second tackle taken off the board. Instead, I think I have him as the number 5th tackle. Guy looked phenomenal. He only allowed one pressure in 152 snaps. The year before, he only allowed one sack and 7 pressures in 497 snaps. The guy just looks phenomenal. He's a great offensive tackle. A lot of people are just now concerned because he got injured. I'm not concerned. I don't think the Ravens are going to be concerned, and they're going to be very happy that he falls this far. Next off, the Lions. We are going at edge. This guy, if he played anywhere else, he would not have fallen this far. Look at that sacks. He put up 17 sacks this year, most in college. He also put up 22 and a half tackles for loss, once again, most in college. He went to Marshall. That's the issue. He didn't play against big teams, but he was dominant. If you look at his tape, he is dominant in all the big games that Marshall played. And the Lions are happy because, they get diamonds in the rough all the time, and they get another one here. Next one, I'm not going to butcher this guy's name, but he is another one. He is an edge rusher. He's out of Boston College. He is another one that falls a little bit further because he plays for Boston College. They tend not to play as many huge games. Yes, I get it. They're D1, the division that they're in, but they tend not to play as big of games. And a lot of people are calling him a one-hit wonder, even though last year he did pretty well as well. But 16 and a half sacks, 20 and a half tackles for loss. I think they're very happy to get him here. And I think in the second or third round, they're going to get probably a tight end. I know they just got Deebo Samuel as well. That's why I wasn't offensive wide receiver. If they didn't get Deebo, I think they would have went wide receiver here. Next off, we're looking at Jahad Campbell for the Buffalo Bills, linebacker, Alabama. Same thing. Really, he can do coverage. He can stand up. He can go in the 3 technique. He's kind of all over the field. Alabama, as we know, they put together a great defense. He's a great tackler as well. So Buffalo is going to get, hopefully, they're like Kiko Alonso type player. Next up, we're looking at Derek Harmon, D tackle. Chiefs don't need much. They definitely need offensive line help, but I think they would be reaching at this point to go for offensive tackle or offensive guard. So I want D tackle. I know they don't have that big of a need at it, but they do have a need. So I went with the best player available that was still left, and Derek Harmon out of Oregon, really good defensive tackle. He's just a big guy who's going to run through everyone. And lastly, we look at the Eagles, and they get one of the better DBs in here. One of the better PFF coverages. He's listed as the 3rd best corner for PFF. I have him as my 5th best, but going, I think, 4th. Yeah, overall, just another good corner. But once again, because it's East Carolina, that's why he falls a little bit. People were not throwing at him too often. As you see, his coverage is 83.5. People were throwing away from him. And there's a reason for that. He's a dog. All right, so let me know what you guys think. This is my one and only mock draft, and I hope you guys like it.